on the way. And I asked him to be one of the co-chairs of this exploratory committee effort because I've known her, but also because I have seen and heard from her the types of issues that small business owners have in the city of Minneapolis. And I want to thank Rob from Dangerous Man Brewing. And I don't know if anybody has had a tougher time than Rob and his wife and his family. Say hi to the dangerous dad and the dangerous mom. So, the family had a business plan for this business that you get to have a sneak preview today, written 3 years ago. And then they found out you can't have a microbrewery with a tap room in Minneapolis. So what did they do? In the middle of a recession, they took that business plan, they put it under the table and let it collect dust. And it wasn't until I met Jason Sowards, who came to me, who said, Gary, I want to open this business called Harriet Brewing. But the city says I can't because I have to open a restaurant. But I don't want to make food. I don't want to be in the restaurant business. And that's when I realized that it was that type of regulation that had no meaning other than to stop people from opening a business and to stop people from investing. And at the depth of this recession, when cities saw unprecedented foreclosures, when we saw unemployment rising to levels that we haven't seen in decades, why does it make sense to stop somebody from investing? Why do these rules still remain on the books? So I think we need a comprehensive review of all city regulations. I think small business owners need a complete review of our liquor code. And I think there's a lot more work to be done. But just to give you an example, first we had to change the rule to allow people to open a microbrewery. Then the state had to pass a law to allow you to drink a beer in a microbrewery. Let's have a cheers to that right now. And then just when Rob thinks he's at the finish line, he goes to get his license and finds out you can have wine across the street at the church, but you can't sell beer across the street in a microbrewery. So the final piece to allow this business to open was to repeal a rule on the books that said you can't sell beer within 2,000 feet of a religious place of worship. And finally that passed on an 11-2 vote, and that's the final piece that allowed this business to open. And there's other people here. Tim Casey, raise your hand. There's Tim in the corner. So listen to it, and I'm not going to keep. I could go all night. If I had $1 for every complaint from a small business owner, I wouldn't need to fundraise. I could self-finance. But Tim has an even more unbelievable story, I think, because his business is on University Avenue. Light rail was coming by, and his business happens to be a sound studio. If you know the sound in the recording industry, you might know it's not really compatible with the vibrations and the noise of a light rail train going by every 10 minutes. So Tim got what government should do in that case, relocation dollars. And Tim, how long did it take you to find a building to move your business?
Year and a half.
Year and a half.